Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Mandy from Hope Designs, and I'm sharing my efforts to do a Dutch pour using primary elements using the gel gloss that Erica Hughes has tried with great success. So keep in mind that my Dutch pour skills are very rusty because I've been doing blooms so much. So I'm going to share two fails with you first. The third one was not a great composition, but I did a voiceover for these just for the sake of keeping the time down. So I started off wanting to do kind of a two-tone Dutch pour on an MDF round because I really love the way that looks. So this is a 12-inch round. It's Prussian blue on the bottom, titanium white on the top. And because of the most recent experiment that Erica did where she actually did use American Floetrol, pardon my head. I had to pull my hair way back because I kept getting paint in my hair. I used just Amsterdam paint with American Floetrol as my base for the first pour. So all of the paints, including my base paint, are mixed with American Floetrol, a little bit of water to thin it down. Again, sorry about my head. And the primary elements are only mixed with golden regular gel gloss, which I first thinned with water for Dutch pour consistency. And then I mixed in the primary elements. I'm not going to show a mixing video right now for the sake of time. I'm going to link Erica's video where she first mixed those below. Tammy Anderson also has a mixture that she uses when she includes primary elements in a Dutch pour, so I'll also include that video below. I have mixed it up, but I haven't tried it yet. But she also uses that for other types of acrylic pouring too, so it's a good video to check out if you haven't already. So I am notorious for using too much paint, which is what happened here. So the reason why I sped this up is because I was looking at that and I ended up scraping it and going again. The second attempt was a little bit better. I still used too much paint and I don't like the composition. There was more it was not symmetrical the way I blew it out. And so it still really bothered me. So I do end up scraping this one too, but I'm going to share them with you. Anyway. I use the same colors on the third one. I just reversed the order. So I will list the colors and tell you the colors in the final pour. So I am going to end up using this MDF round again, but because it had been so brutally abused by my scraping, I went ahead and wiped it off, and I'm going to coat it with like a white flood coat or a black flood coat or something and use it again. So the final pour I did using a 12 by 12 level 1 canvas. So here's my thoughts. While my composition wasn't great, the recipe works perfectly. The painting is drying. The primary elements stayed right in place. They did excellent with the gel gloss. So if you follow Erica's channel, the first time she tried this, she only used Amsterdam paint and water, and she used the gel gloss and water for her primary elements. So you can kind of see here what I mean about the composition. I couldn't deal with it. So anyway, the second time she tried it, she went ahead and tried using American Floetrol in her base and in her regular tube paints, and just mix the primary elements with regular gel gloss and water, wanting to see if the gel gloss would hold everything in place even though there's Floetrol in there. The reason why that's important is Floetrol is not an acrylic binder, and primary elements are a dry paint system and they need an acrylic binder. So anyway, here's my fails. Hi everybody. It's me again, and I ended up scraping my last one. Sorry, that was my dog. And I really wanted to have a win tonight, so I just grabbed a 12-inch level 1 canvas, put Dutch pour white down, torched it. I probably have by now hyperlapsed the heck out of the other video. Again, this is using primary elements mixed with regular golden gel gloss, watered down a little bit to Dutch pour consistency. And everything else, including the base paint, is mixed with Floetrol and water. I'm going to try changing the order for giggles. So we're going to start with Southern Ocean Blue. And Chloe, stop doing that. Chloe, stop that. Sorry, my dog's licking her leg. I tend to always do the same pattern. I don't know. Let's see. Southern Ocean Blue. I'm going to try to, since I'm obviously going to put too much paint on, I'm going to try to just go in the middle. And this is, so that's Matisse. And this is Rich Cobalt by Colourarte. And next up is Tempted Tulip. The reason I decided to go again is because I have really just enough to do a Dutch pour with some of what's left versus putting it away. Some of it I am still going to put away, but I thought it seems kind of silly when I already have the mess made. I may leave out one color. So this is one of the main primary element colors I wanted to use. So Tempted Tulip is from the Be Still My Heart Putting on the Glitz set. And it is such a beautiful pink. And it's running out there, so golly, I'm not doing a good job here at all. I really need to mix this up and put it in squeeze bottles. I think that's part of the problem with the composition today. But and I can tell by how my, oh, look what I did. By how my white is swallowing my colors that either I have too much white, which is something I'm notorious for, or it's too thin. All right, Blue Violet from Liquitex Soft Body. Put quite a bit of that on there. Vavoom Red from Colourarte. I still have quite a bit of this one. Okay. I'm not going to run out of that one. And then I did a little bit of this one before. It kind of tends, I only did it because I needed to balance out my purples, but I think I'm going to finish with a little bit of this blue. I am using way too much color again, just because I really like that blue. Okay. Now I'm going to use my hair dryer, and I don't really know the best way to blow this out based on how I laid it out. So I know that I need to blow this way. figure out which way I want to blow this. This way would make this kind of muddy. This way doesn't seem to have any good options. Okay, so I don't love that it's so liney, but definitely better composition than the first one. So I'm gonna call it progress. I'm gonna fiddle with it just a little bit, and then I'm not gonna scrape it. I'm gonna see how it dries. So, not bad. I don't want to overwork it because that's what I tend to do. I totally forgot to torch the colors before I blew them out. And so now anything I torch is going to be like major selly, unfortunately. Okay. We're having good success. I didn't only use Amsterdam this time because I had to use what I had mixed up. So what I did is I put my Amsterdam in my other bottle and mixed them. I kind of like this the way it is. This is a little boxy right here. I'm afraid to overwork this and have these close too much because I think we need a little of the negative space. So I'm gonna try to let that alone. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna get my behind up on this stool. I like that. That's really a very pretty color. Softening up these edges just a little bit. Now it's less boxy, so I like that. And that kind of helped make that look a little less boxy. I know I'm right in y'all's way, sorry. But I know if I turn this too much, I'm gonna get it dirty. So I'm gonna try very carefully to move it closer to me. And I think that's all the fiddling I want to do. Much better, not perfect, but at least I can go to bed not feeling like all of my efforts were completely in vain. I want to see how it dries. There's a little paint in the center, but I think it's going to dry okay, especially on a regular canvas. I think that's kind of one of the things I did wrong at first, was just trying to go for the two-tone too soon instead of just saying, you know what, let's start with a regular base of white where you can tilt a little bit off and kind of know what you're working with first. And I think that made a difference. Now, if I take a step back and look at it, I really like it. I wish this flopped over the edge a little bit better other than the two drips. I'll take our wins here. I'm gonna bring you down for a close-up, then I'm gonna clean up the drips and go put this away. There's a little piece of dust right here. I'm gonna dab that. I think it should dry nicely, so I'm trying to make sure that that's not like a piece of coffee grounds or something. So I'm gonna turn off the ring light, bring you guys in for a close-up. Again, this is using the gel gloss mixture with the primary elements. I don't know if this is all gonna be one video or if I'm gonna let you guys see the epic fail and then see the cleanup. The Tinted Tulip definitely is like kind of an afterthought compared to the richness of that Vavoom Red, but I think it works. I really like it. So let me bring you down, and yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know what you think. And here we go. All right, getting paint all over my phone. This is the top left-hand corner. Of course, I don't know if this will be the actual composition. Now that I'm looking at it, I think it'll look cool the other way. This is the part where the colors mixed a whole lot more. I think this is from where I just had to deal with the composition being all in that corner and trying to figure that out. So that's my fault for too much paint. But still, look at the beautiful shimmer. And this is why we want to be able to use primary elements in a Dutch pour. Who doesn't love that? Imagine that under resin or varnish. So here is the bottom left-hand corner. So far, that gel is stabilizing the primary elements very, very nicely. In fact, you can see this right here. That's not a primary element. That is regular paint. The primary elements are actually holding even better than the paint, so that's pretty amazing. So here is the corner that doesn't have quite as much color, but I kind of like it because it gives some negative space. We are getting some bubbles, which is my fault. I did not pop them. I love the way that rich cobalt looks with these colors. And then here is this top left-hand or top right-hand corner. I really like this corner. I think it's just very delicate, and I love how some of the colors are kind of in blocks there. But this is it, 12 by 12. It's hard to do nice composition on a small canvas, but I feel happy about this, and I'll show you guys the picture when it dries. It'll probably be a short video, maybe even the resin finish, but either way I'll show you. And if you follow us on social media, I'll share it there too. Join our Fluid Art Friends group, link is below, and 20% off of anything on Colourarte's website using my code Mandy1120, and that's also in the description box below. So now you can use them in your Dutch pours very confidently. It's super fun. Expect more in the future. Thanks guys, bye.